over your leg, pull away, so there's still some of that movement in there. I ask him to put the foot down flat, and he tends to put the toe. And he even puts the toe past his other leg, crosses over. Instead of just turning and drop, see how the knees face there? Feet flat like that, see it? It's not like that. Don't try and overtake the other foot. This is all one system. Flat. See? Then you can wind the ball and keep everything flat. See the stability of that? Strong, strong, strong. As you get faster, this will rise slightly, but at this time in the rotation process to develop that, keep that foot flat and strong. Let's see. I want to hear that right foot. Now see the body counter as the balls go to the back. See it? See the body countering? Right. Keep the balls forward. Okay, slow down. Don't let any balls go. It's a controlled loss of balance. If you're too balanced, you'll spin. And you'll lose your direction. You'll spin. You've got to lose your balance. You've got to displace yourself. So when you walk around, you've got to displace yourself. Sit back. That must come before that. If it doesn't, you'll be caught forward and you'll be too central. Okay, somebody else. Now, when you start the walking exercise, if you don't have a pull in the hammer from that direction, if you don't actually have a strong pull there, you have nothing to sit against. So when you walk around in the foot, pass the ball, something to walk in. Just walking, there's nothing against you, do this. The body always looks for something to hook onto. So if the balls are not out there, the pull isn't out there, right, throw the balls out. Okay, go down. Bits and pieces in that one, not quite. Looking for that strong impulse on that. I'm a left-hander looking for that left side, that strong down there, that's it. Too quick. Sit back. Okay, slow down. Did it in the first one, and then he stopped working the ball. When that foot comes down, work the balls. Don't just turn it and wait. Work the balls. That's what it's for. This is for that. Bang, bang. See? One produces the other. If you come down too late, you've got to put it in somewhere else. So when you come down, drive your weight down, feel that leg, and work. When you hit with the leg, tighten the gut. And just feel that there, and there's your rotational exercise that you've got to do. Go with the plate. You come down there, there's the movement. Cast the ball all the way out. Don't push them out here. All the way to the back. Then start the whole thing again. So the guys that don't put the balls all the way around, you'll see what happens to them. They lose balance, they start going over here. So put the balls all the way to the back. Out. Throw them out. 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 Okay, the position against the balls doesn't change. If the balls go down here, you're back here. If the balls come down again you go back in this way. Keep repeating itself. When you go into that single support phase, make sure before you take off with this right foot, your weight against the ball. Don't let the ball take you. Stay on the right foot, wait until you feel stabilized. So you'll feel that position, then you can step there. you're not stabilized here before that, you're going to get the ball's going to move you around. So the importance, if I take it from the wind, the first double support phase, the first bit just before you turn. The ball comes from here down through this position here, then to there. That's the first double support phase. During that phase, your sit against the ball must be there. The range must be there. This isosceles triangle must be there. And the ball, the speed of the ball must be established into the throw. Everything's facing about here. If you go off, the ball's over here and you go off about here, the ball's going to move you out. You're going to lose the center. So sit on the jaw, stay there. Stay still there. Then you can step in. Okay? Want to hear this right foot? Throw them out. That's a little better. Okay. I watched the ball. Up to hear the trick. If I didn't have death, all I have to do is watch the ball. The balls go back out, the guy's losing. The ball, I've got control of him. The ball's staying there. He is maintaining his position against the ball. He's maintaining the counter. The ball's starting to get, he's losing. He's breaking it away. He holds his position. The balls go up and down. You don't change your position. You will. You watch the motion. Not in your mind. Don't give to the house. Does that make sense? Sometimes when you see a film in a throw, you see him moving. You try to move there. The guy's throwing is actually in the one position all the time. He's against the ball. He sits against the ball and he maintains that position all the time. His actual body moves according to the height of the hammer, but he's actually in the same position against the hammer. That's a simple picture. Not 100% true, but that's what you've got to try and do. Okay. Now the walk around establishes movement with the ball. That foot comes down in the first turn. When you get up to walk the ball, the targeting comes to the back. Let's see what happens. Don't let them go. Go around and work them hard. Harder. Harder. Okay, all right. Then the entry. When you start your entry, you must play the ball harder than you did in the entry. To drive the ball harder. If you're off balance in any way or you're falling too much, your balance and countering position's got to be that you can hit that ball harder every time. If not here, definitely there. You won't always catch this. That takes years to get that. But you can, once the right foot is down, if you can get it down, work the ball. If you don't work the ball, you can't. If you don't work the ball, that means the ball hasn't got any faster. But you will try to go faster, and you will turn past the ball.
How do you correct an athlete that tends to go to the ball at 180 with his upper body when he's going for that position you're talking about?
The word is spelled don't.
Okay.
When I came over, there was so many people on the left, you know. I said to everybody, keep your weight on the right. And the balance system is still slightly right. So I actually got everybody to be off balance on the right. And it's working. Really, the very fast throw will be very finely balanced with just a slight emphasis on that right to stop you losing. That first double support phase, that's the one where you don't give. If you're working for radius, which you tend to do, make sure you sit back. Make sure that the counter is still there. So the actual system doesn't move.
So while your upper body is going to the ball for radius, your hips are still...
Yeah, you must have that. It must be a direct ratio there. You can't... So, I don't know if there's enough evidence to say that you want really big radius there.
We see the top Russians bent over, but yet they're back on the second turn.
When they really turn, the top throws are not so much. They've got a good effective radius, but it's not, so they lose. The speed wouldn't allow that. You go out there and you go, oh, just that little bit, you've lost it. Right. By all means, play with radius. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you get in here. You're too late, that's okay. You've got that to work in next turn. And this is your constant. This wants to be there all the time. This isn't the same.
You're saying that if you tend to be going to the ball in the first double support phase, then you're going to come around and go to the ball again at the back.
Yeah, you'll repeat things. Right. That first double support phase establishes the counter, the range, the balance, and the timing. And all you have to do is repeat that. If you get it right, you're okay. And remember, and in the fourth runners, that is difficult because of the ball turn. Because people tend to move out over that ball. It is quite difficult to still stay there and keep on the ball. But, you know, the more you can do it, it's good that the right foot stays down long because you can actually put the ball almost to 90 degrees if you have to. So you're not committed to the single support. It's up to you. If you can go off earlier and do that, that's okay. That takes a lot of skill. But if you're not sure of that, stay here. Stay until you have to take the right foot. You don't have to unless you feel confident in doing it. And you can catch the ball. If the ball's round at 135 degrees, you'll still catch the ball with the right foot. It can be round there. You can still do that. This is a very short, quick movement. You can always catch the ball. So actually the takeoff time is according to the technique of the athlete, his ability. His speed. If you're slow at the start, let the ball go as hard as you can. Let it go round and then do that. You can't get the ball. Wait. If you're not strong enough to wind that ball fast, oh, you shouldn't be a hammer. But if you I shouldn't have said that. But if this is slow, if this is hard for you, stay on that flat foot. Have some stability and wait till that knee is round there. Then you can step and go in there. The faster guys, the guys with more experience will be able to go off earlier, but it's not necessary. The thing is this time it's catching the ball back here and then driving through that pendulum. If you get out there, and you go out there again, you're getting pulled out. If you get pulled out, 2 or 3 things happen there. Not this, because it's called conservation energy. You get pulled out, you'll pull in to shorten the whole system. And that's automatic in your head. Your body is able to correct its movement. You've been doing things since you were a kid. You've learned a lot. You avoid all the options. Up and down in the buses and in and out cars and everything. You've learned a multiple of skills to avoid bumping into them. You have quite a safety factor in your brain already. When you feel yourself being pulled over people, you will do that, see? So, establish your safety principle right at the beginning. Establish your safety against the ball. Stabilize. Step in and drive the ball. It's obvious if these were 14-pound balls, I would roll up faster. The enemy's learning this. Freshman army, 12-pound ball, then 14. Throw them into stuff. Yeah, that's it. Throw them in. Use the leg. That's it. Throw them. Okay. I went all the way to start with the two balls. I was out here. This made me bend forward. So the next year I said, right, I'm going to put the balls forward, and that put me back, and that gave me the hammer position. Some of you have seen the drills I've done by the with the 2x4. Use a piece of 2x4, and I put the hammer handle in the middle. Same principle. Advance the ready, give me more control of the hammer. Stop this stuff. So I kept that as a block. Hits stayed with the board. So everything works with the board. Only from here, this position, to there, do the hips go ahead of the shoulder. Just enough to feel the top. You don't want to turn away from the ball. You still have the ball there. Just enough here. All you need is enough torque to drive the ball there. If you put too much torque in, you've no power. And one arm will have to bend. So you've lost your effective radius. So how much torque you use at the back there is relative to probably your mobility. But it's also timing. If you have too much, you'll be too late. So you just need enough. You just need to feel the bite or the difference there. So discus throwers, you like to get away around there, you're going to be in trouble here. You want to get as far back as possible. You don't have the time to separate the hips too far from the shoulder. So a fast rotational event, you don't have the time to do that. Throw the balls in. Walk around flat feet and then throw the balls that way. Throw them, that's it. Throw them. Right foot, right foot, right foot, right foot, right foot. Good. Right. But if you're looking at the two athletes, what would you be emphasizing now is that? Sit back more. Right. Right. And as I said, he is a former discus thrower. And the subconscious stuff is exactly. Discus. If you take a discus, you lift it to the side. As the way the discus goes out there, your body will compensate there. So the center, the rotation axis is there. The hammers are in this direction, so it's a different support system, different mentality, different balance. So if you are involved in the two events, always remember that with the hammer you sit back and your feet are between the hammer and me. No matter where, the feet are always, with your left hand and your right hand, the feet are always between the ball and me. Throw them out. Okay. He's done about 2 sessions in this. There's another movement to this. You turn to the ball and rotate. When you put the right foot down, the mass tends to drop. Try and get the right foot down, the left collapses, the right foot down. When the right lands, you should try and get back into the position you were when you started. So when you go round, there's a down, work the ball, and as the ball goes through, get back into your position. And it is coming up as well. But it's very subtle.
Is that the point where you think about, seeking to get back? Right. If you're bent over, if you're coming around, you're saying, I got to get back, you think of it right here?
You've got to get back where everything is squared up again. Every time.
That's 360?
That's 0, or 10 degrees either side. That makes sense? If you carry past it, then you're in the problems again. So, when that ball goes down to the left, that heel must be like that. You must have that curl there. If you're over a bit, then you're in trouble. foot if you can. You must be flat. You know what to do. Just do the three movement. Up and down against the hammer developed by itself. Just by working for acceleration. By using the ball, your safety mechanisms, your balance mechanisms, actually develop that up and down. When you try to do it, when you consciously do it, you end up going up and down with the damn thing on the wrong leg. So the most important thing is to try and maintain a working height when you turn. Get your right foot down, get back, and the back will give you the up you need. And all you're trying to get is back into the same position. So, in your mind, you work, you sit, try and hold that position. Stabilize that position, and the effect of the ball going up and down throughout the orbit will actually make you go up and down. But don't you think about that. You think about getting the right foot down and getting back to square one each time. So you can hit the ball as hard as you can through that 0 foot. So you can hit it all the way to there each time. To there, to there, to there. You're going to be able to hit that every time against the ball. Okay? It doesn't go so good. It's a hard drill, it's not easy to learn. But every time you do a single ball after it, you seem to improve the single ball one a lot better. So, it's sometimes not what you actually do that counts, it's what in your mind you're trying to do. And that's when you watch other really good top throwers. Try and work out what they're trying to do. Sometimes they're not doing what they're trying to do. Even in world records. Have a look at it. Is he getting there? Is he working the ball? Is he in control? Is he against the ball? Has he got a good finish? When the top throwers, they're throwing their 280s and that, and they go right off the ground. So, there's so much speed in the ball. It's sandfloss. Everything, there's too much reaction. So don't copy the bit at the end. Copy the bit that bang bang, you know. What happens after that is the reaction to the throw. And nobody's perfectly balanced anytime. You get one of these in your leg. Try and pick out the things you're trying to do. The thing to do is not the individual things, okay? Throw them in. Throw them out. Throw them up. Throw them up. Up. So the next guy try it, and I want you to throw the ball up. Steady, you try to go up and down. Let's use the ball. All the way to the back, and then after the first one, throw them. Try and throw them up. 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 Okay. Let's stay up. One of the things when people think to be conscious of that move. Throw them up. Throw them up higher. Stop. You've got a 5-6 minute recovery. And that's important. You keep doing this all the time, you'll be a mental mess in half an hour. You must, when you're learning something really specific, you've got to take time in between to get your head together. What do they call it? Empathy? Is that the word? Not sympathy, empathy. Okay. Stay up and you throw the ball. Not the first one, just throw it out in the first one. Now throw them up. That's it. Up. The right hand's not picking it up at all. See, the right hand is down. You see that? Now. Watch film analysis of him throwing. You'll see this. When you come out here, you must work the ball up there. If you go keep the pass, you'll do this. See that muscle? You have to work into the high. Out flat. I'll get them up. That's better. Once that right starts to push up there, now, if the right side is weak, you'll going to have all sorts of buckling and vibrations in the body. They're getting all sorts of movement. So one of the exercises you need to back this up. This is okay, it's 2 balls. If you use light balls, there's no problem. As soon as you get up near the 16s, then the weaknesses start to appear. It's easy to sling the ball there. It's harder to keep that on the ground and work this one. That's where the weakness is. So, we do the right hand drill. There's the 2-ball system. The left side is no problem. But this side, that's got to be educated. So do a right hand drill. And this is the only 2 drills I'll be doing this year for the rotation. It's the 2-ball drill and the right hand drill. And it's the same thing, walk around, put the foot down, push the ball. Okay. Remember what I said, that when you go from the 1 ball, go to the 1 ball after the 2, that the movement becomes much better. You see the difference? Okay, try it again. Drop a little bit more when you throw in the first one, so I want to hear that flat foot. Step up. Down, that's it, down. No, watch it. In his last right hand drill there, he was working here. He wasn't working there. He worked here, over this left side. So let's put the back there so you can point. That stays on that side and that stays on this side. The hands there all the time. Right? See him pushing across to the left? He's pushed across and he's lost. He's lost the effect of this. He's got this. He's not got that there. So he can't use his mass against the ball. He can push the ball, but he's not in a countering position. Alright? Somebody else? For the 3-turners, the walk round is a hard drill. It's a hard drill. The walk round, you've got to have patience to take the balls back here and feel this heel and sit there and wait and work your gut and get this damn ball there. And that takes a lot of concentration. I know I've got a freshman to do that once a week with him, and he's washed out for the rest of the week. I get 3-turner or 4-turner? 4? Tell me about it. What's happening here? Given to the ball, and the stroke is getting less and stuff. You feel that? Yeah, right. This time, never know what yeah means. All the way each time. Right, further. Up. All the time he's breaking, 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 breaking. So there's no counter. One more. Right. Use the ball. All the way around. Left foot, all the way around. All the way around. Okay, got it for 2. Thing to watch here is the timing all the time. Right? Ball. 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 Too early in the double support stage, you will force become a spinner. You have the ball out here, you take the right foot off, and you got to wait till the ball goes down. If you work the ball there, then the ball has not lost speed. You're still working the ball. Your right foot's got to be there to work the ball. This one is hot. Push with your hand over there. Okay, not hard, just push. Take your right foot off the ground. See what happens? When the right foot comes off the ground, the whole body. If you're working the ball, you're pushing the ball across. You take the right foot off the ground and keep pushing the ball. The left side turns away. See that? You can't work the ball anymore and the body has to turn. So the right foot must be there to enable you to work the ball. As soon as the right foot comes off the ball, you don't have the same amount, you can't apply the same amount of force. Even if you have a lot of momentum, if you go off here, the ball will move you around. So this stabilizing effect the right side has, even though you're sitting back anything, stabilize yourself with this one. Take that one. Okay? Second sentence. All the way to the back in the second sentence. Right. Right. That's it. That's it. See it? Right, fall. Right, fall. See it that time? See the difference? Okay. Slow, huh? What? Pull the ball out. Right. A little bit faster, okay? Still too low. Do another one. In each drill, you can identify the stability, you can identify the work phase. So, from the drills, you work out what you need to work on that year during the preparation stage. Before you get strong, you've got to have these technical points worked out. That's really important. If you get strong and you haven't corrected that, it will not change. You will not grow. Faster, throw it. In, throw it. That was a little bit better. That was a little bit better. Okay, two hands, somebody. I'm in front all the time. There is a tendency to go discus, to go, oh shit. Oh, but I've got this long pull, but you'll never handle it. You've got to keep it there. System right in front of that right foot. Right foot and right hand all the time. Look. Two hands. Throw the ball out. Work the ball. Work it. Boom, 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 boom. Good. See the pendulum? Right foot and pendulum.
Why did it seem like his hands were down and then they like he was holding them down? I mean, is it my imagination or
That's the counter. That's the counter. When you come in and you set your hands will find the position. If you have to use that, you're in trouble. You see what I'm saying? So once you set the ball out and you come down, when you come down, you always tend to work it a little bit down, so it starts to steepen right away. That was the old thing about coming back in each time. That you don't have to try and do that if you're just right, exactly. So there's things like the orbit getting hard that will develop through the throw itself. The orbit will get steeper, and the ball will get faster by itself. Same again. Don't let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. But they're all trying to do the same thing. And that's all I'm looking for. As long as you're trying to do the same thing, your body's got to work out the best way. Nobody's going to have the perfect set, the perfect anything. That might happen over years that you find the best way for you. It's what you're trying to do that counts. When you're early on, you may not appear to be doing it at all, but you're trying to do it. Left foot. Back. What's the ball? Ball. 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 Okay. You can see different movements in there. And
noticing there seems to be a correlation between rolling on the foot and consequently not getting a toe action and losing that. How?
Now sometimes you read a breakdown of technique and you get 360 degrees and you get 360 positions. I suppose it's possible. What I tried to identify is what you have to do to make the thing work and what will happen anyway, right? And what I'm finding, some of these guys are rolling right now, but when I've started to talk to a couple of guys about a harder left heel, in other words, I stay on the heel longer like this, right? And the toe and the drop is a reaction. But if I try to go for the toe, watch what happens. If I do that,
you lose
see?
it. Sure.
So if I think of the rotation on the heel, and then trying to get the right foot down, my left foot reacts to let my foot down.
So if you get a strong rotation here, you can get around the toe?
Yeah, but it's not, you see, it's all together. It's all together. So when this foot comes down, right, and I'll work the ball, I get, see that, sit there? Oh, look how I'm back. Just sit back and I turn the system. And I turn it and it drops. I turn it, see? Turn it, strong heel. So the heel is between me and the ball. So if you try and turn the hips under here, you're going to get a torque position, you see? So you've got to get this system solid here, turning over the heel. And this is where you use this. That's why you need these exercises with the disc, so you can take the ball and go through there like that.
Yeah, do that again, Stewart, that move, just the move you made right now. That's your turn.
Just here?
Yeah, just your basic turn. Okay, there's only one guy that maintains it right now on that ball like that, and that's Lance on his turn. He keeps it for a little bit, maybe 2-3 turns, and he breaks down. And Kenny and Masterson here, they're real high, they're coming right off it, and they never quite getting on the ball.
That's what we're working on right now. It's trying to get this solid heel. So do the heel.
We all identify that.
Right. And it's important. It's important that the literature tells you, you turn on the heel, and then you go on the ball, and they identify two movements.
Sure.
And it's one rotation. It's like the right foot landing with a discus. It just goes round. You see. So you want the heel, and you see, it's one movement. You make it two, then you're sticking in something against the ball.
Exactly.
Right. There's a rolling foot, okay? Right. Now let's use the heel. He wasn't listening to us, see? See the difference? See the difference of the solid heel? Okay. Well, he's got to learn that. That's something he'll be working on this year. You see a difference with that heel? And it is a solid heel. And because it's so solid now, he's sort of thrown off a little bit. He'll have to come back in a little bit so he gets the middle. Yes, the heel, that solid heel is your acceleration. You hit the right foot and you hit the left heel, and that's your two things. The other things are reactions. Anybody that thinks about toe, you're in trouble. Because it will always come down early and shove you off the damn ball. So rotate on that heel. Wham, right through. Right foot again. Okay, just one more. Rolling on the side of the foot, okay? So the Russians, they can use that ball even when they're off. And there's time to correct the next time in. As long as you work it, well, even if you're a little off, hit that ball. You've always got a chance to correct as long as you keep the ball there. The pull of the ball, you can work against the pull of the ball all the time. If you don't have the pull of the ball, you can't work. The feedback comes from the ball. You set it up, and then the feedback comes back from the ball all the time. If the ball isn't there, you can't work against it. If it's out there, what can you do? The ball's back there, you can't get your right foot back. You got to wait. And this. Now you can see what's happening here, can't you? No stability on that right side. Feel that? Okay, the grip of the ball, by the way, the grip, he's gripping in like this. The grip of the ball, it's the middle phalange of the fingers. Don't grip into the middle joints. You have this grip. You don't want that, you want it out and this relaxed. The guy won't do that. Take some fingers out of his grip. Make him do it with the pinky and the first finger. Then he'll learn to leave it alone. Okay? That should be firm, but just close the fingers on the... That's it. Don't let go now. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. All on the left side. You see that? All right. Now the problem we get with shifting that centre over there is that each time you've got to wait till the balls come round because the right foot can't do anything. The right foot pushes the system round. This is it's a kind of advanced drill. I hope I can do it today. Here's the normal heel turn. The foot goes down and then spin on the right ball of the foot to your left. Use the ball and turn on the right. Turn on the right. See that? Now, I'm in almost the same position each time, and yet I've changed my weight from one foot to the other. Okay? So it doesn't matter where you're in the throw, you must be in the same position. So at any time, when you're turning, you shouldn't get pulled off the centre. See what I'm saying? So don't shift off the centre. When you're walking round, you must stay there. You must stay in the centre, look. You must stay in the centre. You're walking round and you're going left. See that? Stay in the centre. Keep going, that wasn't bad. That's it, that's it. Sit back against it, that's it. That got better, that got better. Then trying to go back with the neck here, you're going to have big traps, a sore neck, headaches, brain damage. But take that position, watch me, sideways. Do that, look. Just sit back that little bit further and relax the shoulders. And do the same job with no loss of energy. Does that make sense? Yeah. Leave the balls alone, let them run out there. Don't try and force the position. By sitting just that little bit further, you can have a system where you don't have all this tension. And this is your balance systems in here. One of the ways I teach you to help with that is to throw backwards with the shots. You know, going down here, throwing backwards with the shots. So you sit in and throw backwards. It's to take away the fear of falling. When you come in to sit against the shot, you go against the hammer. There's the shot, see? Same position, okay? You've got to feel for that. Each time you come round, you've got to say, get into that sit. Just let the ball go long, see? Let it go long. Come in front of you now. See the flipping on the left? Don't worry about this. It's good that he does it wrong and then you see it. And then you see that he can't use the right side. I want to do here to stabilize his first double support. Wait till he's round here, then do that. He went off about here and he couldn't handle it. Stabilize that first, all the way around. Throw them out this way. Throw the two balls out. Throw them out. That's it. Stay on the right foot. Stay on it. Never burn it once. Okay? Somebody else try. Right foot, right. Oh, that second one there, he tried to beat the system. He tried to go, oh, can't do that. The The balls are the system. Ball creates the system. The ball, then you, okay? Once you get faster, you get them together. Use the balls to set up the system. How about the right foot? That's it. That was better. Like no better. One thing I saw in those next times running like this, don't like that. You're dragging when you walk round. You feel yourself dragging, walk your balls so you're not dragging anymore. And keep that same position, yeah? I'm not left-handed, but watch, keep it the same. See? Keep the same. See? Just keep it the same. It's not if you're right or left. Keep them in front of you, get them in front of you, Ed. Okay. Push the left, push the left, push the Greene, the legs, the Gassner, like that. Use the balls to set the system up. Use the balls, the balls. The ball, ball, the ball, ball, the ball. Okay, all right. Which way are you going? Don't let go. Which way are you going? Should be going that way. Never mind the shoot. Which way are you going? I really can't tell. That's what you're doing in your throw. See that little ramp up there, whatever? Yeah. Go down there? No, don't go down there. That's the way you throw it. You must have, wait a minute, you must have some focus in your mind. The focal point, even though you're standing here, this is the resultant of the throw. All the forces go there. So no matter what you do, your movement with the body is backwards, the movement with the ball is there. Okay, even though you come down here, you've got to think about it's going that way. You get the idea? Nothing goes that way or sideways. Everything is developing for that result. Get the idea? So even though you're turning around, you're always thinking about throwing up that way. Okay, right foot, right, all the way to the back. Up. Can you see out there? Did you look out there? No. No. See? Didn't do what I tell. Focal point, look. If you don't look out there and you get tense there, you're not aware of this space at all. You're going around here and you're blind to your whole orbit. When you're learning this, you've got to set the thing up. You've got to be able to see where you are, stop there, work it again. Get the idea? Okay. Now we used to say look at the ball. Now we have a stronger focus. We've got one position. Not looking at the ball all the time. All you have to do now is keep the ball in front of you. You've got to think about throwing in for one point all the time. Okay. Look out the back when you throw the balls out there. Out there, that's it. Out there, all the way to the back. Out there. Out there, that's it. Okay. Right foot's late, but it's better. Okay. No, not that time. Not until you lost it, didn't you? Each time you must get the balls round to the back. If not, the left foot's going to collapse early, the right foot's going to come off early, and you've lost a part of your acceleration. Just a bit. One in front of you. Good for the thumbs as well. No weight on that right foot, you can't do nothing with it. You got to step on that right foot. Okay? You got to have weight on that to use it. You like this, Dick? Yeah. back like this all the time. He's not sitting down against the ball. Well, that two-ball drill will bring out the fault right away. It exaggerates all the fault. I'm going to have biceps before you finish. Leave it alone. See him pulling in? Let's do that. Look. So you're turning on your right foot. Look. Taking away the left-hand side altogether. You put the ball of your right foot, you push yourself back to the left foot. Now let your arm go long. You're on the right foot. There you go. There's the throw stabilized there. You came off it there, alright? So if you can't use the right-hand side, put the ball on the right hand and then just teach yourself to feel that. Do it with the left. You don't feel that right-hand side, you can do right-hand drills with the right foot, so you just push yourself back. See? You can do it with the left hand and do the same thing. It should be no difference. You should be able to change hands, no difference in the balance. What you can't do, isolate it and train on it. Straighten up, get the balls in front of you. Straighten up, that's it. Sit against them, that's it. Good. Good. Okay. Stop. That's the typical. He works the ball so far, and each time he's going a little bit earlier, trying to get ahead of the ball, right?
Yeah.
It's okay if the balls are with you. Yeah, don't leave them. Take them with you. If you're going to go faster, take the balls with you. If you're going to go faster, take the balls with you. Don't leave them behind. Get the idea? Don't leave never leave the balls behind. Then it suddenly becomes sideways. Okay, take it easy. Don't come into the double support and be left. All right? Come into double support, sit back so you go back behind this left. Look. See where I am? No, you're here. If you come in, adjust, just sit that little bit more. So the left is between you and the ball. Right now you're over the top of your left. Set it back behind us. Right. Balls in front of you. Get them in front. Right. You don't have this touch and go thing. This is an exaggerated movement. But this is the basis. They're using torque for the hammer. The ball is back here. My muscles are all stretched here, this way. So by unstretching the muscles, the ball goes that way. Now this becomes stretched. The pull of the ball shortens these muscles now and pulls me like that. I'll work the ball again. So actually I use the ball to turn me, see? Get the idea? Yeah. So even though that movement is too big, I use the stretch reflex of each position to work the ball. A high-speed hammer thrower only needs a little thing like that. He doesn't need this. But when you learn it, you've got to do that. You've got to do a little bit more when you learn it. But don't be afraid to put the balls past you. Cross against it.
You're saying that when the right foot comes down, it's not that, it's flat.
Give it flat, yep. You're not stabilized on the ball of the foot. When I talk force, even if the real foot is flat, first two turns. I think when you were in Russia, they said it's not important. Well, when you spoke to Kalori, it's a matter of getting the foot down. Stabilize. It's not. Don't think at all. Just get the foot down, whatever. Okay. If you think at all, this is another thing. When you're turning, stay there. your turn, if you think about getting your toe turn, getting your right toe down, you pivot here and you get guys doing this, look. Tip tap it. Get your foot down, get your weight down, get on that leg, get it in there. Bang, you need that power, you need the reflex to hit the ball. Stop, bam. Alright? Keep it down until the ball has been put into the throw. Don't put it down and go off right away. That's kind of German. The Germans did that for years. They did this. Right away, start push off. The hips will turn the ball. When you get up. Square up, square everything up, square up. Sit back and keep your right foot down. Keep it down. Keep it down longer. Good. Keep it down longer. Good. 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 All right, that got better. Somebody else? You're just a little bit low, okay? On the right, you feel you lost it there? Right. Corrected that one a lot though, that was quite good. Once more. You get dizzy, stop. Hold on, that's it. Right foot half. Sit back. Sit back a little bit more. That's it, good. 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 All right. Good correction process there. There's only one way to learn this, and that's to do it. Talk about it for the rest of your life. Huh? You get an idea what I'm trying to get through here? Okay, slow down. Even at the beginning, his left side wanted to take over. The left side wanted to take over. The ball, you must sit back and make the ball work. There. Alright? Slow down, slow down. Grip it with your thumbs as well. That's it. Let the balls go faster. That's it. Stay on the right. No, here you float out. That's what I call floating. When you see him go on the left and he floats, that means he's in tension. That means if you're on the edge of a cliff, this was the edge of the cliff here. Stand right in the edge. This is a cliff, right? What are you going to do when I throw you? Come on. Why doesn't he do that in the hammer? It's the same stability response. It's a safety mechanism. So when the pull goes out there, no, I'm not going to. Do it in the hammer. Stay back, sit down. Coming up with your head, look at your head. Your head cannot counter the ball. See that? He's trying to get his head there instead of putting his body there. See the difference in that? You're doing this instead of that. You've got to let your body go back. Now that's swimming inside your own head. You've got to relax and leave the ball alone. Hear the left foot, controlling that. Bump, 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 bump. Then a horizontal. Vertical first, pendulum vertical. We're trying to use the maximum potential of the ball and then convert it round. There's always been this difficulty mixed up round the waist. Listen, chaps. People wind flat. They get into all this. The idea in the wind is to be able to pick the ball up here prior to the entry, so you can get the maximum effect here. Now I use a vertical to get a high ball. You don't have to do that, not so high. You can have a reed like a 45 ball, 45 degrees here. And then the second wind, strike it forward. If you wind the ball forward, that tells the brain to sit. you wind the ball sideways, it tells you to do something like this. Whatever you apply, you'll get the opposite on your body. So you wind the ball up high, and when it comes down, wind it forward. That'll teach it to start sitting like that. And that starts the body doing this. Upright, up, hit it forward. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, keep the feet a little closer. Right foot. Up, forward, forward. 1, right, 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 and you missed it. Up, forward, round. Second, hit it. Good.
That was good. That was good.
All right, the ball got away. See that? Hit that second turn.
All right.
Right. That one, right bending. Up, forward, round. Hit, 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 hit. All right. Not quite stabilized, but just that same stuff. That applies. Big wind. Had a lot of trouble with the big wind initially. Once you got used to this, the whole body changed. Greg fought that big wind all year, and at the Nationals he did it. Very kind when he was under all the stress, when he shouldn't have done it, he did it. So he must have gave over the ghost to the coach in the Nationals. Still doing it, you're right. Up, forward, sit on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Slight movement onto the right leg in the last turn there. So stay back. Sit down and wait. 2, 3, 4. Little pike in there. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
When you finish the throw, it's like another turn. When you go into the last turn, hit with the right foot. Stabilize on the right foot. Whatever happens after that, don't worry about that. You've got to stabilize that right side so you stay against the ball. Never move towards the ball or you take the pressure off the wire. Take tension off the wire and you lose this or lose balance. The right side must stabilize like a post so you can hit. If you move across there, you give to the ball and it slows down. The third one. Second turn and the third. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. If he puts the ball in fast enough, he's chasing it. He's trying to catch it. No. Not enough counter in there. Leaning forward. Late right foot. In the third. Hit the second as hard as you can. See what happens. Round, hit, 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 hit. That's the idea. What I'm listening for is that pound, 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 pound. I want to hear that foot. From the left leg, give that strong. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit! That's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Now just take it easy. Another couple each. Another 2. Only rhythm this time. Let's count it. Let's count the entry and the release as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 feet. You must be involved for 5 counts. So the entry is 1, the finish is 1 as well. Not blocking the finish, you know, all the way.
Sit back just that little. Forward.
Stand still on it. Stand still on it. Pendulum. Flat. 1, 2. Just too low. Left and middle. Just getting too low in the leg. Feel that? All right. Good. I like that. It's rough. Solid.
Training.
Ball and then just time it with the right. Trying to get a steep ball and then flatten it in the second. Okay, let's sit back. Yep. That's where you basically are. Now, the only time you're going to that position is when you sit in a chair. When you sit down in the chair, you know the chair's there, so you'll do that. You got to think about that there. You got to sit there. And the harder you wind into the throw, the harder you've got to sit. Not how low you've got to be. You've just got to be strong there. Okay? If you don't do that, you'll get all the other problems. The first double support phase coming from the wind into the entry. That's where everything is stabilized. Your position against the ball and the timing of the feet.
Do you ever see a case where an athlete does that, but then as the ball goes past, he just kind of gives it up and ends up...
Yeah, we've been watching that all day.
So you're saying the remedy for that is just sitting back?
Even when you're on one leg, still sit there. See? Still going to be there. It may be when you first learn it, when you actually take one leg off, you'll do that to stop yourself. It's a stability response again. You've got to overcome that. It might be said a lot of the things you've got to learn here are not natural. They're against your nature. Once you control certain things, then your nature will take over again. And it helps. If you fight it all the time, your natural things can't get in. You see what I'm saying? You want to say something, Ladislav? No? Okay.
I have a question concerning this, the beginning. What are you thinking of?
When Litvinov did that, you know, when he walks into the circle and winds the ball, I said to myself, what the hell is he doing? And so I used to practice it, and I could never get the timing, and I couldn't work out what it was. So I don't know if he's trying to do this, but I started to develop this. I don't know if he does this or not. But it's what I think this is, okay? Whether he's trying to do this or not, I couldn't care less. This is why I do it. When you step in ahead of the ball, you feel that stretch reflex, right? And you wind the ball in. As the ball goes forward, your body goes back. So you start from front to back. The ball goes forward, the body goes back. Then the body, see, the body changes according to the ball. When you hit the ball forward, the body goes back. Goes back, see, in opposition to the ball. Put the ball up, put the ball forward, and sit. The whole front and back is started with this.
How do they achieve such a tremendous increase in speed on the second line? Which is what I saw. I saw him going, and then suddenly very fast in the second line.
Alright, back to opening, do it. I go. Stable. Walk in, feel that right. Not to do it back. So walk in and then feel this right foot. Wind up, wind across. That is stabilized at that position. What happens, you'll lose the second line if you shift. The idea, you go here, and you go like this, look. If you shift across, you can't get the ball. You can't work it. You must be here, Bill. You must be here to feel that. Turn back now and see. You feel that right foot. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. And that repeats itself again. You're going to wind into the entry from there. When you come round, you're going to do the same thing in the next turn. If you get on here, you can't use that right side. Therefore, you can't apply power to the ball on this side.
So you're establishing placement of weight on the right side of the line?
Do it one more time. I feel that. You know, I feel right. I may not look right, by the way. I may not look right.
So it looks good.
Okay, but you can hear that I'm working that. Okay. Now wind it forward, establish the right side. I'm on the right side. I've exaggerated that there, but that's where I am. As it develops, there might not be as much. But when that's anchored, I can walk the hell out of that ball. If I shift over here, see, I can't do it. I haven't got it.
So when you shift, if you lose that place.
Yeah. So you're just working around there without losing.
All right. You're staying on the right through the whole line. Both lines.
I'm controlling it by the weight on the right. That's a better thing to say.
Okay.
And maybe a little, see? But it's not on the left, see? It's on the right. The left is still there. It's supporting the right.
So you're saying shifting side to side.
I never said that.
No, but I mean, it's almost like an illusion if you're winding to the side.
Yeah, you may see guys moving. But if they get a little bit too far, they've lost it. And then you see the wind die, and then the guy's got to pick it up somewhere else. All right? I do like 5 winds back there, here, there, and right at the front, see? So you can go back, side, front, and go. So that's how to learn to do these winds. You may not use all that in your throw, but you can learn to control. That makes sense? So this is still a pivot foot. This is the stability foot. And that's the same thing you want in the throw. Whichever way you want to go. The more skill you have, the more you can lose that, and the more you can get it back. But that's something you develop. You don't just, don't want to go crazy right away. And Sadiq has a tremendous fast wind, and you need that to be able to counter like that. So the amount you counter is relative to the speed of the pull of the ball. So when you're starting off, you're only going to sit a little bit. As you build up, as you get more confident in your wind, then you build up a stronger set. Get up the other hand. 3 turns and throw it. Try and hold the right foot. Stabilize the foot. Right side control. 1, 2, 3. You saw there was a little left-hand side in. When he came to the end there, he threw and you saw the right. wasn't. He didn't have complete control of that. Do some more, because we've got a camera. Left hand drill.
How does the drive differ from 3 and 4 turners?
I've said, you know, I've said this for years, and Hal, you know, from the Russians was saying the same thing. The toe turn is like another wind. It's just another wind into 3 turns. But the whole body is moving, so you're just getting the whole system started 1 turn earlier, 1 turn earlier. The disadvantage of 4 turns is the toe turn, you have to change your position almost to get back to the heel. With the 3 turn, you're starting in the heel position, which you only have to repeat. Toe turn, you're starting in a different position and then trying to get into a heel turn position. So there is a difference. The 3 turner will look more severe in his position. The toe turner tends to be more rotary. So his technique is not so consistent. But it's still the consistency is the speed, not the actual technical thing. The heel turner, or the best ones you see have a more consistent. You see the same thing every time. Some people don't like to sit back strong in the first one, so maybe they're better to be 4 turners. Or they just like to rotate. The personality thing, you know, commitment thing. The guys that really can sit in the ground and still turn the hammer. Try 3 turns. Left hand drill, go up to the other half. Yeah, I want you to. Turn the ball. People think you got to use the body again. It's already there. The system is already there. All that is required is that sit against the ball. And when I talk about that sit, I'll just go a little bit deeper into that. Although I say sit, it's not actually a straight position. Don't worry about that. Just try and sit. It is a counter-rotation movement. And it's quite subtle. But I've found if you try and teach somebody counter-rotation, they get in a lot of mess, right? So, it develops itself. When your legs get stronger and posting, you get this hip movement. You get a counter-rotation against the ball. But it's a developmental thing, not a thing you have to actually go and work for. If we had 12 years with the kids, before they get into college, that's okay. We could work at things like that. We want to find the easiest way, the quickest way to get us to a finish. Stay as tall as you can. Up, 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 up. I told you, that's got to hold the ground to finish. That's the stabilizing side. Normal always want to use the hand he can do it best with. The coaches make him use the other hand, so we'll use the other hand. Go into that one, use the other hand. All right, man. When I'm doing these drills, I go 3 tries. And it's funny that Dr. Pataki said that he was working with clinch this summer to build up confidence for competition. He said work up your confidence, your intensity over 3 throws. And it's interesting in these drills that comes out as well. It's good to work it over 3 throws, and then the third one you're ready. You can do it in the second one if you want. at that front has got to be solid against the ball. No giving the ball at all. The idea, the theory throw, the ideal throw is the throw you would want to accelerate all the time. Sometimes if you apply too much acceleration in one place, you're going to slow down again because you get your balance. So there is a rhythm involved. There is a sort of thing like this. The ideal throw is to get acceleration like that, or maybe like that. Then forward to left. Really sling this ball in. Hit it. No, that was so slow, it's terrible. There's nothing to work against. You went back down again. You got to throw that sucker out there. No mercy. Kill it. That's it. Kill it. That's it. Whoa. Let it go. All right, let it go. He dragged in a little at the stop. He dragged in there. Didn't use the ball. One of the reasons he did that, he did it too quick after the one before. So he didn't. That empathy thing yesterday, you got to let yourself gather in between. It's good that he did that. He wasn't in charge of himself. Everybody needs a rest time, a recovery time between each trial or throw. Psychological and it's physiological as well. Don't change too hard. Keep the feet together, work the ball a second turn. Feet together. Swing. Hit. 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 Good. All right. Really, I'm excited about the Hamilton. We've got some good heads in this sport, especially in this west side. 2 years' time, we're going to know all about it. Hit it. Hit. 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 Giving a little all the time. Giving a little to that ball all the time. See, guy giving to the ball. No surrender. That's from Irish Wars. I better not use that one. It was how he knows about it. No surrender. Okay. Ball. Keep her back against the ball. Good. The back. All right.
That's 220 to 180.
See, you're breaking it up into all these bits.
Yeah.
I'm picking it up in the back. I'm working it all the way to the... I can't deal with degrees. I can't do that. I don't give a damn who you are. Even the robots can't do that. When it gets to the moon, they keep it going round the moon until we find out how to get it down. You know that? They kind of just stick it. But it's really hard to just... There's things you've got to be general in, right? Your focus. And you're set, you can't work out the degrees. Even when your foot comes down, I tell you flat because that's stability. You try to put your toe down, you get this sort of thing. Okay? And it's the same when you're turning on the heel. Try to put your toe down, you get that sort of thing. You just turn the heel strong, the turning action brings you down onto your toe and down onto the right foot. You get the idea? So there's 5 or 6 things that you must know. After that, it's just don't give to the ball. You got to work out the things you have to work on personally, or your athlete. Work on them, work on the weakest things so the stability develops for the other things. The other things will improve when the weak thing becomes stronger. If you get stronger at the strong thing you can do, you're also getting weaker at the weakest thing. What I'm trying to leave you with is a picture of the basic things. After that, it's just your own initiative. Use the ball. Main thing, ball. good and throw 75 meters all over the world. You gotta get courageous. Every time. Suicide. Get in. So I'm a cage at Oregon's 35 feet high, so I don't have any inhibitions. I'm gonna put a hole in the concrete with that right foot. I'm gonna hit the ball in the concrete a few times till you learn to sit back.
I have a question. Might be jumping the gun a little bit, but watching the long throws in the last couple of years, I'm noticing that Sadiq primarily gets extremely deep flexion as he goes to the position in the later turn, where his knee is almost like this. Right? And is that a product of something that you're talking about?
Steeper ball, acceleration. Steeper ball, reaction to the ball going up, and trying to get the right foot down early. This trying to get the foot down. You set the ball up so you have the pull, so you have that ball, you're hanging on the ball so you can get the foot down. You don't want to hang, you just want the ball to support you so you can get the foot down. That makes sense?
You're trying to achieve an earlier landing.
Oh, every time, yeah.
And that's just
a consistent landing. And you've got to get that time. The ball's getting quicker every time, so you've got to get more aggressive with that right foot each time. Further from the walk around than you do from the wind. There's something wrong with the wind. So he should not, I don't expect the start to be as dynamic or as positive. What I'm trying to expose here is the use of the ball to set more up and then pick up the timing with the right foot. You two competing here? That was pretty, and then the left shoulder got in at the end. The right was not strong enough, right? You got to be like a one-eye jack, you know, on this right side. That's the right side, no give at all. And you increase the intensity of that concentration until you master it. Then you can relax and feel other things. But until you learn that, that must be one thing all the time. I think there's about three or four possible starts. And when you're learning, I think that the simplest one is maybe in front of you, where you let the ball just go through there. And if you notice, I sit as it goes forward. See, so you're learning a little counter there, a body counter even there. And when it goes back and forward there, you're learning the same thing, see? And to control that, I need my weight on the right foot. I have to put my weight on the left foot, see? I can't do that. So you need your weight on your right foot, and you can feel that. So if I start in the front, there, put my weight on my right foot, and then I can wind, see? And I can feel the right foot. And I can wind up, or round, or up, or round. Okay? As the ball comes down, I've got to sit into that countering position. Sit. 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 Sit, preside, turn. Wind on the right foot. You can go up, or round, sit. Get the right foot in quicker. Put the ball in quicker. And up. Right foot in quicker. Put the ball in quicker. Alright? Terminology is master of hammer? Master of sport. I like that terminology because this is what this is about. Mastery. You're in control of this thing. Whether you start there or in the rear inside the circle. If I walked into the circle, ball there. So all the muscles on this side are stretched. And when I shorten these muscles, the ball goes forward. Forward. And by winding the ball forward, I start my counter. The other way to do it is to walk into a circle and throw it this way. Put your ball down at the back of the circle. You see Sadiq doing this. Stepping ahead of the hammer. There you can feel your range. And put your left hand on, and there's your stretch. Go like that. That's natural range. You can do that and you feel the stretch. That lets you get a good drive forward. The drive forward will start the counter. You know, practice this 1,000 times. Go into a big competition, you put your ball down there and it bloody rolls. Your nerves are shut to pieces. Damn thing won't stand still. You're trying to concentrate. The thing keeps rolling. Then you pull it and it hits your damn leg. You ever see that? I did about 10 winds one day. I could never get the balance. Her pain says, oh, I was supposed to do 2. For God's sake, Howard, I couldn't get my balance. This out the front of the circle, I usually have a little hole there. Just if there isn't one there, go out there and bump, 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 and put your hole there, right? Put it where you want it to be. I've never seen anybody start outside the circle, but they say, you know, on this side, I've never seen it, but why not? You get people that like to wind across, you still sit the same. And if you watch Sadiq, I always get that impression that he winds forward and then he winds to there. So he gets the opposite of that left leg there. Does that make sense? The thing is not the gift to that. That's the important thing. So,
what do you think about the Lipinov technique where it keeps his body moving and doesn't stop it?
That's the last one. This one, I think, when from this position to that position, I think that's good. Because the heel and the sit back is it's a critical position, you've got to get it right. So I think this has got to be pretty exact. So you wind it forward and sit. Now you notice Sadiq appears to cut off here, and that accelerates the ball tremendously just by shortening the hands here. Bang, out he goes. If you go out here again, if you keep winding out to the right again, see, it's hard to get over to the left. So if you cut off here, then you can get into that sit very fast. It increases your displacement much quicker by bringing the hands in like that. So just go over them again. There's the one where you do that, then wind it back, keep the weight on the right foot, and do the same thing as the other one. Sit. Walk into the circle, put your hammer down, walk up here. You'll find your own stretch here. Once you get that, then relax, put your hand on, and wind the ball. Wind the ball across, sit the same. The other one, a little more to the side. The 2 winds are almost the same here. I feel my right foot against that ball, by the way. Feel that right foot, and I can get a really good whip, bang. There's your start. Okay.
What about a right-hander starting off to the left side? Like we're starting on the right, swing it up on the front.
This is basics. If you know, I've seen people do all sorts of things. The thing is to get potential in the ball, convert it into an orbit that you can control for turning and get going, okay? So you can do all sorts of other things. That's not what you're trying to do. You want to get this as simple as possible. The steep ball increases the potential of the ball. What exactly do you mean by that? The higher it comes, the more speed it will develop. Now if you keep it flat, it's harder to get the speed, but if you go up, it comes down. It's on with this. It's easier to handle. You can always relax when it's coming down. Handle in action. The thing is to convert that across. And one of the things, I'll go through the last wind, the 4-turn living up wind. And always when he throws, you'll see the old concentration outside. Sometimes he's holding it, sometimes he's down, but whatever he's doing, he's got his image, and he walks in. when he walks in, he steps up and winds the ball forward. As he winds the ball forward, there's a little counter. So you get the counter and the ball brings it back. And then he starts this very deliberate working the ball, see? And he steps out. As he steps out, he does some on his hips, but don't copy that, for God's sake. But there's a definite beating of the ball, and then in he goes. He's definitely not as stabilized as Sadiq, and probably not even as stabilized as Nikulin at the start. Nikulin's very flat, but he looks very stable, very sit position. And he tends to, if you watch him, don't copy it, for God's sake, his head goes first. So you can get the walk, see, and walk in, but sit back. Now you notice Sadiq looks behind the ball, so the system is always there. Litvinov does the opposite. And I've seen the Russian, in the Michael Yessis report, the translation from Russian athletics, where the Russians point out Litvinov's mistake here about turning ahead of the ball, about moving the body over, moving the body from the axis he should be on. So he walks in, whine and starts to step. And the foot can move about here as part of the natural progression of the ball. Take the ball back, you step back. You're going to go forward, you step forward. Most of them at one time did step it. I don't give a damn who they are. And if you step wide, you increase your stability. If you step up narrow, you're in trouble. If you step wide, that allows you to sit and get a very powerful start.
Can I comment about this, Dirk? Sometimes you go in to make a throw, and when you pick up the hammer, you feel like you've never done it before. Especially if you're standing still. You know that happens to every thrower. And noticing how Litvinov walks in, Dr. Pataki explained to me something about if you stop we're going to start working or stop working, something like that. So if this happens to you, you might think about doing some type of a movement. Because honestly, you know the feeling, Stuart. You know, you get in there and you feel like you've never picked up this hammer before. You don't know what your first move is going to be. So I think that's a carryover that we can use.
The big danger of moving is that you take your weight off this leg. And suddenly you can't do nothing with the ball. So you've got to keep yourself in a position where you have control of that ball. And you may move about down there, but your center of gravity, your weight, you've got enough weight in that right foot to feel yourself being able to drive that ball.
Step onto the right foot more. So
yeah, right. Watch you don't get over here. Driscoll says it's very radical. It's okay for Tam to do it. Radical if we do it, you know. So. It's not necessary to put it up. I'm just trying to increase the ball. Get people to be really confident about swinging this ball a bit. Just change the mentality in the wing. You got to wind up the air and go. Then you go in there and start thinking about it. Okay, so this is the whole mental aspect of this, to be uninhibited. And in the first one, he swings out, really imagine it. Okay? Puts yourself in trouble all the time. Come on, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. back through your legs. Doesn't have to be too steep, just basically back to the right and back to the right and wide. So keep the weight on the right foot. No, a little bit slow with the right foot, but you know, it's up to you. It's up.